Bang. Are we live? Oh, we're not live. Oh, yeah, live. Yo, guys, welcome back to another YouTube channel or video or bloody whatever you want to call it. um, just want to let you all know, guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a very, very long time since I've been back, and I have been doing a lot of stuff and that as well. So I thought, why not? Just come on YouTube and have a bit of a chin wag, and whatnot. But also today's topic is about mental health and um, social well-being, and I know it's not really going to go well with a lot of people and after what they've been through, but sometimes it's nice to talk about it because you just never know on when or how when a lot of things are actually going to happen. So I just want to give out a few shout outs first of all because there's been a lot of people that have been messaging me on social media and trying to get in touch with me saying, oh, when are you going to come back on YouTube? We really, really miss you and all this, that, and the other and that. So I really, really do appreciate it, guys, and thank you all for trying to get in touch with me and that. Um, I know it's been ages since I've been live. I don't remember the last time I went live, to be honest. If I'm honest. So yeah, guys, if you are noticing my hair and that, I have done a complete makeover today because I had to get my bloody haircut done because if I remember right, my hair was like up to there and it came like down to here, and I was just like constantly, So yeah, didn't really work out completely correctly and that, but it's a whole new makeover and that. I am going live again tomorrow to do a bit more about what I like to do and showing some of my opinions about just a bit like a bit of a change in the channel a little bit because um I'm gonna be trying basing it around football now because I like football a lot and I'm very, very passionate about it. So I'm gonna start doing some bits and videos on just some like content around that as well, maybe some margins around along the way. Now I have noticed we have lost 2 out of 3 subscribers due to me being not on YouTube and that. So I can accept that. That's my doing. That's my fault. So I apologise for not being live. The reason on being is that is because I have had a lot of ups and downs and that recently and that with due to personal things going on and that. I can't really say what they are because it kind of set me off. And I prefer not to on live streaming because, yeah, it's just not the best. But that ain't going to stop me from doing YouTubing, so don't worry. Obviously, by the way, guys, I am hoping to completely upgrade my YouTube channel soon. Now, I know you're thinking, well, Ryan, you do realise, mate, you have changed your channel like that many times. It is beyond belief. Um, Now, bearing in mind that I have changed my channel around a little bit, but I'm not really happy on the fact that I've not really spent a lot of time on my YouTube channel as I would. Now, obviously, because it depends on what sort of mood I am. Sometimes I'm happy, sometimes I'm like, sometimes like, yeah, and yeah, and whatnot. So, so that's one thing. The reason why I'm in YouTubing a lot, and not just because of my mental health and that, but because of like on a certain scale, it depends on how I feel. I know I have decided to start a YouTubing career, but like to quite fair and honest, now I hardly ever go on. I do go on YouTube, but like I don't do it as much as I thought I would. Which is the full truth. Because like when you're in that mindset and you're a YouTuber yourself, you think, do I really want to go YouTubing? Do I feel like it today, or is it just a case I don't really feel like it? And that's kind of how I feel, really. It's nothing against you guys. It's nothing against you guys whatsoever. It's just because like I have been trying my absolute loving hardest to try my best and to try and see what I can get out of it, really. So anyway, so I'm gonna do some shout outs and then we're gonna do some just talking a bit more about what I've been up to recently and that. Because obviously, why not? So, first of all, I want to give a massive huge shout out to, uh, if I can remember who that was, because they did actually tell me to give them a shout out quite fairly. And that was it. Well, actually, no, he didn't really tell me, but I want to get it anyway. So one shout out goes to a guy called Angry Ginge 13. So if you don't know who that is, it's basically a guy who has created his own football club, and obviously it'd be nice to, and so on. Now I do not know on um how to express this more in a better way, really. Just because of what I've been through myself. Another one as well, and this is another shout out to another person as well, and I think they do deserve it quite a lot. Um, and that is, if I can think of what my name is, um, so I can't even blow my memory now. I went found my bloody head now. Not great. But guys, if you want to shout out on your channels, or if you want to shout out in particular in that, make sure you comment down below in the comments, and make sure you do leave a like and subscribe. And if you are new here, guys, please, as it would help me a lot, if you can leave a like and subscribe to the channel, post notification bells, and do all that jazz jazz. If you have got anyone, and I mean anyone, who is a massive fan of my channel and wants to get more close to me, so they can actually talk to me like this, as we're doing now, um, then you're more than welcome to, okay? Like I say before, and I'll say it again, and I'll pretty much say it over a million amounts of times on different months, and okay? This channel is about building a community, and I'll say it again more than 1,000 times, okay? I'm not going to change what it is, okay? This is a public community where we all try and get along with each other. Not like fighting, not like trying to text each other going, oh, you're this or you're that, blah, 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 blah. Nah. Nah, 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 nah. I will not accept that. If I see at least one comment on my own channel and there's two people or maybe three people or maybe more than that, it's like, say, like, what? Let's say it's like, what, maybe plus one, plus two, plus three, plus four, and if it gets any more around near 10, I'll say something about it and I'll make a post about it and I'll say, look, guys, we're not here to fight. We are not here to try and cause some mental health damage to people's heads to the point where they end up doing something stupid. Because, quite fairly, this is a community where we all are on the same page. Now, bearing in mind that in the last few years, yes, maybe that hasn't worked out for a few people because on what they believe. Fair enough. It's your own opinion. It's your own beliefs. If you believe in that, fair enough. I ain't gonna change it. People around the world can't change you. You and you yourself are meant to change yourself. If you don't like the way you change yourself, then that's completely fine. We're all, we're all human beings. We're all, we're all in it together. We're all here trying to, believe in something that we can change in each other. And if that mental health brings you into life and thinks, okay, hang a minute, I can actually see where RyanManUGamings is coming from here. And trust me, I've been there. I know what it's like to have mental health, and I know what it's like to be in someone's shoes. If you have got mental health, and if you've been through some things that I could probably name from the top of my head, if you've been through that, to whatever you're about to say to me on by messages or you like to, by commenting down below and that. Trust me, I may have been through the exact same thing. I mean, I'm not being stupid about it, but it's the truth. I might have been through the exact same thing, and obviously we may have been through the same thing together. Like I can't just say, okay, yeah, I've not been through that, and not put my hands to it. And go, okay, yeah, this is the Holy Jesus, I believe in this, and blah blah blah. No, I'm not that sort of person at all. I'm the sort of person that says, look, we've been through it together. It's the past. The past, the past. Let's move on, and let's skedaddle, and let's go forward. Because the last thing we don't want to do is create that little mindset. It switches off, and then you're like, what else am I meant to do? And that's where your mind comes into place, and it really, really, really does your head in. Trust me. Because now a lot of people say they don't want you to listen to the heart because they think the mind is the better way to do it. Now, personally, in my opinion, I think that is completely beyond belief. I do not believe that whatsoever. I've always been told, and this is the truth, apparently, this is, you should never ever follow what your mind says. Always, 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 and by the way, please do comment down below if I'm wrong about this, if I'm saying this correctly or not. Um, Never ever trust your brain. Trust your heart. Your heart is always, maybe not always right, but on some occasions it is. Now, I'm not saying that, okay, yeah, my heart is definitely right about this, that, and the other, and that. None of our hearts can be possibly right about everything. Not everything, okay? Now, some days you may feel like, okay, Joe, I want to go to, I want to go to the shop one day and buy this, 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 and this, and this, and that, and that, right? Now, you may think of that, but what is your mental health saying? Is it saying go to the shop? Because at one point you may end up going to some blooming football match in the next 2 hours. And you're thinking, I've got to get that, but I've got to get that at the same time. And I've got that. Like, which one's more important to me? Now that's where your mind comes into place and goes, I think I should do that. And that's the same in football talk. But if you're just doing the normal regular day where you know you've got a doctor's appointment, but then you go somewhere like really, really nice and that, and you don't know if your mind's been playing tricks on you. Because trust me. Sometimes your mind can play tricks on you more quicker than fucking running sieve. And trust me, it is an absolute annoying little subject to talk about because trust me, I've been there, I've done it, and trust me, it is absolutely by far annoying. Trust me. I'll put my hand up to it, by the way. But obviously, this is the reason why my channel. This is why my channel is built like this because it's about expressing yourself. It's about believing in yourself to say, look, I can do this. I can, but can I believe in myself? Because I shouldn't have to believe in everyone else's opinions. I can believe in mine. And yes, that's perfectly fine. But what you don't want to be doing is, and this is where everyone sometimes messes up, is that you don't end up going to the completely wrong direction the other person's going on, and they say, okay, I don't think you should be doing this, that, and the other. So if they say, okay, I want you to do this, or I want you to do that, and this, that, and the other, and that, yeah, you can't just go, oh yeah, just let you know, I'm doing this, and then bang, it comes out, and you're like, what did I just say again? Like, it makes absolutely no sense, right? Now, obviously, I do not know what to do. Um, Spare me a second, because I've just said, thank God that this person hasn't even rang me yet. Just thank God, because I'm in the middle of a live stream. Spare me a second, because it was actually kind of bothering me as I was talking quite fairly. Um, oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. So yeah, yeah, sorry guys, I'm trying to text somebody there and trying to randomly text out of the blue really. So what was I saying? So yeah, so like I said before, guys. So obviously when you're out and about, just make sure that you've got the right tone to talk in. Let's okay. Let me get a better example, right? So let's say that your mental health plays up, right? And you are trying to find the best way to resolve it all, right? And you think, do you know what? I do not like any other person this entire planet because of such and such, right? But your heart then says, let's not do that because, you could cause yourself a load of trouble. Now, trust me, I've seen it and it ain't very nice. It is like, yeah. I'm not going to say exactly what I think of it because I'll probably get banned off bloody YouTube now. So I'm not going to say it, okay? But it, in a more better way, a simpler way of saying it, I have seen things that I don't like seeing in the world of mental health when yet again you can go to the NHS. Now, bearing in mind, thank God that we have got NHS around because I'll tell you this now, if we didn't have NHS, we would all be losing our minds. And I think we'll be like, where's NHS? Where's this? Where's that? Where's this? Where's that? You wouldn't even know what to do yourself after time. Now, I'm not saying that some people will say, okay, yeah, I completely disagree with that because we haven't got NHS, they've been going on for years. Yes, but, what happens if we didn't? What happens if we didn't? Pause that for a second. What happens if we didn't? This is where mental health comes in. What happens if we didn't? Just have a really good think to yourself for a few minutes and think about it. What happens if we didn't? Our minds will go absolutely ballistic. First of all, there's four things that would happen. Alright? First of all, your emotions inside and all around your body would take over. Right? That's the first one. Second of all, your heart will start playing up. What I mean by that is, it will connect with that and the whole entire body. Right? That's two. Number three. Okay? This is the interesting one. The brain. Yes, I know, I said it. The brain. The reason I'm saying the brain is because the brain sometimes thinks like what the heart does. And sometimes I can think the same thing. Not all the time, but sometimes. Right? That's the third one. Right? Joined up with that as well. And now the fourth one, which is the most bizarre thing I think I've ever said it on my entire YouTube channel, right? And the fourth one, your mental health in general. Now, the reason why I'm saying them four will mix you like crazy, okay? It's like getting a massive slap from a leaf that you find in the forest or in some palm trees or whatever, right? And it's like whacking you with that, what, say 15 times in a row. And it's like, what do I do with myself? How am I meant to fix myself? Now, bearing in mind, not everything in this entire world can fix you. That is the truth. Not everything can. Sometimes things can, but sometimes things can't. Sometimes medicine can, but sometimes it can't. Sometimes mental health can fix you, but sometimes it can't. Sometimes you can go to the doctors. Sometimes it can help you. Sometimes it can't. But 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 if you try your very very best to not try and get emotional when you're having mental health problems, you end up if not by one step close to having not just mental breakdowns, but you won't want to talk to anyone. And trust me, trust me, a lot of people have been there. And I know what it's like because I've seen people like that. And I'm not saying I feel sorry for them, because obviously I do, obviously, in respect, right? Don't take me out of context, okay? I'm just saying. And if you had it, right, let's say if you did, right, first of all, there'd be a lot of things going on, okay? Now, this is the reason why I'm talking about mental health today, because I think it's a very, very, very important topic, and some people don't even give a damn about it. They just think, oh, okay, it's just a normal, regular thing that happens every single day. No, it isn't. No, it doesn't. Mental health doesn't just happen just like that. it happens on a certain occasion at a certain time in a certain place. Sometimes. Boom. And that's when some people are wrong. They can take you out of context as soon as you say that, and they'll think, oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, good one, good one. That's a really good one. Yeah, I love mental health. It's really fantastic. But what they're not understanding is some people may believe in mental health, but some people may not believe in mental health. Now, you may have, like, say, what dietitians, you may have, doctors who know what they're on about and know exactly what they're talking about to help your body and making you healthy again, so you can live a whole happy year, a whole happy life, and so on. But there is that one thing in that one area to the point where sometimes, yes, okay, you can lose a lot of people in your life. Now, unfortunately, some people don't do that, but sometimes they can. Now, to the people who have lost people in their lives, my heart goes out to you. I hope you are keeping well. Please, for the love of God, if you are losing that person and they're no longer with you, please, from the bottom of my heart, go and see the doctors. Get yourself some mental health tablets. But I think sometimes some doctors around the world do have some. Not entirely sure where or how, but do yourself a favour for me and for everyone around the world who are watching. Make sure you get yourself an appointment, and if you have, great, fantastic, because then that means you took care of your own mental health. Because the last thing you want to do is to make the other person think, what should I do? What should I do? But sometimes in the entire world, not everyone can always feel right. Now, also in mental health as well, this is the big one. This is resonating most people, okay? Because this is the truth, right? Sometimes also in their relationship. Boom. Okay? Now, obviously, I know sometimes people think, well, what's a relationship got to do with it? What's relationships got to do with mental health? That's where you're wrong. Because sometimes also mental health can also cause a relationship as well, which also causes mental health as well. Sometimes it can go like that, sometimes it can go like that. So imagine that's the down bit, imagine that's the up bit. Okay? So sometimes it can go from that to that to that to that. Right? But thing is, you won't know what direction it's heading. Right? Now, let's say for example, right? For example, okay, you got two people, right? And they're about to have a fallout. Okay? And in this, right, you got um the male side this side and the female that side, right? Now she's saying to that male and saying, look, I think that um you know obviously they're about to have an argument, right? Okay. And the male says to the female saying what can I say? Yeah. So imagine they're going on holiday, right? Now this certain holiday it costs around like such and such and such, right? Now the female is like, I don't really want to do that because I ain't ready to go on holiday yet. Now, because she might not, now the female, she may not realise that he's got mental health and may have been keeping up for years or months, right? Or maybe even years or years or anything, right? And she doesn't know about it. What's she supposed to think? Do I sort it out? Do I tell her the truth? Or do I keep it to myself? That is, if by far, the worst thing you can ever do. Keep it to yourself. The reason I'm saying this and saying that keeping to yourself is the worst thing you can ever do, because trust me, I've been there and I've done it. I have done it. Okay? When it comes to mental health and you're keeping things into yourself and you do not want to say nothing about it, okay? Yes, okay, we all understand sometimes you might want to keep it in because of personal reasons and that. That's absolutely fine. However, if you've got very, 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 very close friends that you've known for years or maybe donkey years or months or God knows how long, right? And you feel like you can trust them, right? For the love of God, make sure you tell them, right? Because if you keep it to yourself, there's most likely they ain't got a Scooby Doo what's going to happen to you next. Now, bearing in mind, obviously, I did that a few years ago where I had something on a massive problem on my side of it, but I couldn't tell half my friends because they didn't understand what the hell I was on about, right? But, but, if you tell them the truth, right, and actually express how you feel, right, it's most likely they'll probably help you out, right? So bear that in mind, okay? But guys, if you have got any comments down below, please do comment down below. If you are new to this channel as well and you've already just tuned in, we have been talking about mental health and different sides of mental health and whatnot, okay? Also as well, in the next few coming days or weeks, I am going to be doing a bit more about football based and what I like to enjoy. I just thought I'd do a bit more about mental health and stuff because in the last couple of days I've had to deal with mental health and that, and I thought, Joe, what why not do about it today just to express how I feel and that. Because it's nice to talk about it sometimes. I know some people absolutely bloody hate it because I think it's like a blooming danger towards them. But the thing about it is that sometimes it can actually help you to talk about it. Now, people may not like it, and I get that. People may not even like it at all. It's hard, yes, I agree with that. It's very hard. People may not like it at all, because people may not like the truth. It's not in that, but they do not like it. Now, they might not like it for a certain reason because they think it's a really hard topic to talk about. If you don't want to talk about it, fair enough. That's absolutely your doing. That's your own opinion. You can decide whatever you want to decide, right? But if you do want to talk about it, love of God, happy days, right? But just bearing in mind that everyone in this entire world is all here to help you out, okay? Because it's most likely that if you don't talk about it, no one's gonna bloody help you out. That is the truth, okay? I know it's gonna hurt. I know it's not like likely for me to say that, and I've never said that as a YouTuber before, but it's the truth because the reason is because I've been there and I know what it's like, and it ain't that very nice at all. Okay, I do not understand why my yeah. I don't know what happened there, guys. For some reason, my video or my live stream was on like what 20 something, and then all of a sudden just blur like that. So yes, guys, so I am going to have to go, because for some reason I've got to try and sort my Wi-Fi out, because for some reason it's not doing as it's told. Don't know why. But guys, if you are new around here, please make sure you leave a like and subscribe. Obviously, I don't know if my live stream will continue, obviously, afterwards and that, but obviously let me know in the comments. We have been talking about mental health a lot today, so I want to just keep that in mind. Please do make sure you leave a comment down below, leave a like and subscribe, and that kind of thing. I have given a few more shout outs to a few people today and that. I won't be going live tomorrow because it's my last match with my club and that. So anyway, I shall speak to you all tomorrow, or somewhere around the week, and I'll speak to you soon. So yeah, peace out.